Welcome everybody here to the UCE Nations Cup for day number 2. We've gone through Group A. It's time to get through Group B. Before we get into any of that jazz, whatever the competition actually is, I have no idea. It's going to be a fun time. My name's Infinity. You probably know who I am if you've watched COD Mobile over the last couple of years. That's probably the most egotistical thing I could possibly have said. I didn't mean it that way. I am here though. We get to cast some Call of Duty Mobile, and I thought this season we wanted to bring in a couple of Call of Duty Mobile cast and legends who have been in the game for years now. We kind of leveled up our casting team, and so as part of that, we brought in the wonderful Diana, who has casted COD Mobile for a very long time. How are you doing today, mate? Oh, have you
Hi.
muted your mic, Diana? There we
Yes,
go.
but that's what I ask you. Do I need to unmute myself?
I told you.
Yeah,
It's
but
fine.
said
It's
I can
fine.
trust them. I was like, I can trust them. Okay, yeah, my bad. My bad.
It's fine.
Let's start again, right? Hi guys, I'm so happy to be finally here, right? And to cast with him, with Brody, right? As I was talking earlier, right? He has some questionable taste, right? But I'm
Come on,
happy
man.
that I'm here,
That's
casting
just
with
not
him.
necessary. It's just not necessary, is it? Like we'll get into that, okay? We will get into that, all right? Because we do have Team England, all right, later on during the broadcast. So we do have that later on today. That's going to be really fun later on during the broadcast. That isn't how we're starting the broadcast, though, Diana. Now, I didn't know where you were from. I didn't know your nationality until today, actually. I had no idea. And so this first match is actually pretty apt because we have Team Spain versus your ends, Team Romania. It's going to be a great match. So just a quick kind of informer here, if you guys aren't aware of how this format works. Throughout each day of the broadcast, so Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, we'll be covering a different group for the group stage of the competition. So yesterday's action was all Group A. Today's it's going to be all Group B. In Group B, we have Spain, Romania, the Philippines, and England, and we're going to be starting off with the former of those two teams in the competition against one another. So Spain versus Romania. Let's start by talking about Team Spain. It's going to be a fun time here. Diana, you have got a chance to cast these guys, I think, or at least kind of play with a couple of them over the last few years. What is kind of your thoughts on Team Spain?
Oh yeah, I was mentioning that I know some of the names. Of course, they were always producing very good results, right? In each team they were, because at the time, they were changing a lot, right? I remember Daytel a lot, right? I remember Secret as well being very good. I don't really remember particularly what they were playing. Okay. I also remember like Shusa as well, right? A lot of good players who been proving over the years that they deserve to, be known, right, as good players. But yeah, overall, these are kind of the names I know and I
Mm-hmm.
remember. But I'm pretty sure all of them they're gonna perform good together.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, these guys, for those of you guys who effectively aren't aware, this is more or less the severity roster from Stage 4. Of course, previous to that, the Special Suicide Squad, which was totally a safer work name that we could totally use on official broadcasts. No problems there whatsoever. And they had done pretty well. I think, a lot of these guys were knocking at the door of, like, top 3 in Europe for the longest period of time. And you mentioned a couple of those big names there. For me, I think the biggest one on the roster is 100% Chuso. He's the guy, I think, that still has the hardpoint record in SPS or in like official competition, I think, for Call of Duty Mobile. He dropped like 74 kills and a Hassie and a hardpoint back in, I want to say it was like Season 6 of the Snapdragon Pro Series. Maybe it was the Open Finals. I don't know. But Chuso's a god. That's what I do know. Chuso is a very, very good player, and he is 100%, I think, going to be the large portion of this slaying team. But also, you mentioned Daytel, and I think Daytel's another one of those players that, I think has been kind of hanging around European Call of Duty Mobile for the last couple of years. He's been really, really good. And I think it's kind of nice, right, that, and this is something I think you and I are maybe going to get a chance to revisit over and over again here with each team, is the idea of the Nations Cup bringing kind of the best of the best from every single country together means that you are going to get the likes of like Daytel and Skinny playing alongside Cuban, Moby, and Chuso. It is a really nice dynamic to see that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see them again play because this is my first time guessing in a couple of years now. So looking forward to see who improved and who not. Because if they did not improve, I'm gonna tell.
Man, just going for the throat straight away. All right, listen. Well, you've got a lot of stake into this matchup, okay, Deanna, because we have Team Romania on the other side. These are your boys, okay? These are the guys representing Romania. And I'm not throwing you into the deep end here, okay? Because I know that neither you nor I really know too much about this team, but I know you've got their back.
I hope they don't disappoint me, right? As I said, I think one name is the one that I remember, like Lemao. I think
Mm-hmm.
I casted him before, like, but a long time ago, right? But that's all. The rest of them, no, they have very good names, right? Hopefully they gonna not disappoint me personally. That
Yeah,
will be fun.
they're definitely up against it for sure. That was actually a funny conversation that we were having kind of in the green room with the production team. Is like, oh, one of the cool things about Call of Duty Mobile is like they all just have such fun, simplistic to a certain extent names. You got Cookie on the roster, which is my favorite. Obviously, that's because I'm a massive fat guy. I love cookies, and I'm definitely going to be having multiple of them after the broadcast is done. That being said, I believe the lobby is about to get ready to get underway here. So before we do that, we should show you guys the map set. It is going to be the same map set as it has been in previous matches. So basically for the entirety of week number 1, it will be Combine, Fine Range, Search and Destroy. And then if we need it, we've got that crossfire control. Diana, I know you said you've not really casted over the last couple of years, but I know you've kind of been able to keep up with Combine. What's kind of your thoughts on this map, right? Because, it recently got added in place of Arsenal because Arsenal was rubbish. It didn't work very well. And it's been a real mixy map. Like, this is a very fast-paced map.
Yeah, it is, and it's very big, right? I'm not I don't play rank. I just play S&D, like a noob and so on. So I don't really play that much combined. But so yesterday I watched the stream, right, and it was very chaotic, right? You really hold those like points. You really need to go and push with like the positioning at the beginning, right? Right before to hold it perfectly, right, and then to have the great spawns, right. And I think sometimes it's hard to do that, especially on a map that is very big, right? I think it
Yeah.
reminds me of another black big map. I think Hacienda, right? It's also so big, right? So it's very difficult to hold it. But how about you? What do you think about it?
It's an interesting one to cast, right? A lot of people kind of know that I've transitioned from being a play-by-play to a color caster over the last year, and so, you're always looking for the analytical side of things. And with Combine, there's not really a lot of it, to be honest. Like, it's such a fast-paced map. There's always some engagements going on, and I think very often this map comes down to, very simplistically, who can get those P2 spawns, who can lock that down for a full 60, and kind of the dynamic around, holding these money hard points per se, right? Looking for as much time as you need possible, the likes of, P2 and, P3 after that. And, as kind of a follow-up to that, maybe, the spawns on this map are very finicky, right? Like, you have to be in a very specific spot, looking at a very specific spot of the map to stop players from spawning in. That's especially true of P2, excuse me. Like, the amount of times I've seen players get towards the back of P2, think that they've locked those spawns in, and then they weren't in the right spot, so another player will spawn right behind them or something to that effect. Like, you've got to be very specific about your spawn control for sure. So, that is, I think, something worth noting here.
Oh yeah, thanks so much for the information. It really shows that you really play COD Mobile.
Oh yeah, 100%, big player of the COD Mobile. Yeah, honestly, listen, guys. Okay, I know everyone in chat's going to be taking the mickey like, oh, this guy doesn't play COD Mobile. No, I don't. But I do watch a lot of COD Mobile, okay? Because it's my job to do that. So I do know these things for sure. Yeah, with that said, that's what we're going to be looking out for here in Combine. But looking maybe a little bit further in the series here, we've got Fire and Range, Search and Destroy. Really excited to kind of get into that map. That's always a fun one. That's a sniper's like heaven map. It's going to be real fun to cast that one. So looking forward to it. I believe I just heard that match number 1 is ready to get underway. So maybe we can send it to the game. I don't know if I heard that right. I'm possibly thinking I heard that. Ah, we're waiting for 2. Never mind. It's 2 players. Name names. I want to know which 2 players it is.
Which team?
Cookie! Listen, I had high hopes for your Cookie, okay? I love cookies, okay? I don't like this Cookie right now. Get in the freaking lobby, all right? We'll get the players in here in just a second. We're waiting for a couple of players. Actually, 1 from each team. So there's not one team to blame here. I know that obviously all the Spanish fans in chat will be like, oh, it's Romania. They're definitely, or the Romanian fans will be like, oh, it's definitely Spain. No, it's 1 from each team. Both. Everyone's equal. We love to hear it. Everyone's ready. We're going to get the game started here. We're going to get into game number 1, folks. Again, if you weren't here yesterday, Gianna, you got a chance to watch the games yesterday, right? You got a chance to see, I think Saudi Arabia took one of the games, and then Team Germany took the other. Both 2-0s. We're hoping for that not to be the case today.
Yeah, I wanna cast the control. I don't cast the control in 2 years. It's about time.
It will be fun. I think, I will say, listen, I don't want to be the guy to be like, hey, well, I'm going to make a prediction. I'm not going to make you make a prediction for this first game, especially considering Romania's involved. I know that you would be unable to be biased for this first match. But I do think the second match, when we get to the Philippines versus England, I think that is a high potential for a game number 3. So maybe you will get to cast a control. We all love casting control. It's always a fun time.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm looking forward, but let's see. I have hopes in Spain, of course, but maybe the Romanian team is doing good, right? We never know. Maybe we are sleeping on them. Underdogs, anything that can happen.
Yeah, who knows? All right, listen, Romania, we want you to show up and play this game at a high level. You've got Team Spain up against you, though. Of course, Team Spain, I mean, look, this team is comprised of some of the best players in European Call of Duty Mobile over the last couple of years, and it's going to be a difficult roster to take down for sure. So let's see whether a Team Romania are up against it. They've got it in them as they take on Spain in this first game.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's already starting very, very strong, but I feel like as each point on every map, like it's so hard to...
Yeah. Oh, I think I lost you there, Diana. Are you there? Oh, it's fine. It's all good. All right, Gianna, if she's still here, we'll get her back here in just a second. We'll refresh her in. But regardless, yeah, I think, this is so difficult for sure. Spain, right now, though, in the lead, and they do have control of those P2 spawns, so that is definitely something worth noting. Romania, they can kind of brute force their way through the front of this hard point, but you've got the likes of Skinny pushing all the way out of the hard point, causing all sorts of issues, and it doesn't matter where you try moving against him, Skinny will find 3, and that's a lot of space cleared out for here for Spain.
Oh yeah, I'm back finally, I just touched my mic for a second and it disappeared. I'm sorry for that, But yeah, definitely that was a good push for the P1, right? We have like equal points as of right now, but I think the transition to P2 is very important, as you said. The spawns were set up already and they're trying to get closer and to push in. However, as far as I see, I think, Spain has an upper hand right now.
100%, yeah, Spain in the better position. Romania, they are a couple of points ahead, but Spain, of course, the ones with P2 control. Keep an eye for players that potentially push around that backline. One tries it, shut down almost immediately is I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah, that's a player that just goes down around the backline. Now you've got Daytel keeping an eye on the front as well. Romania, they just cannot get through. They are still trying to get players behind, though.
Yeah, and they're pushing, but I think at this point they're feeding a little bit, right? Nobody can break the Spain point, right? I could call it like that. That was a very flawless transition from P2 to from P1 to P2, right? We have already some streaks as well getting used by. Finally, Adi got in and get some shots, but Data from the back, as we were expecting, to perform good, got a couple of kills. So it was kind of like, you can do much at this point. Gonna push towards P3 right now because, they did not have that big of a setup on P2, so hopefully they're gonna be saved with P3, but right now they're just getting slaughtered all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this much at the moment. I was going to say Spain didn't really invest that much in terms of operators towards the last hard point, and the reason for that probably is because they were conserving it for this hill, and all those kills are now starting to come through. Blab at the start of this hard point did bring Tempest into play. That amounted to nothing, and now you're facing down absolute hellfire. If you're Romania, back spawns might well be good, but the kill feed, it is not. Daytel, Moby, every single operator coming into play, and you're only hoping to try and flip those spawns out.
And you can see also Daytel is already on 20 kills, right? While the Romanian team is struggling to get towards the 2-digit number. So it kind of gets like they are very slayed all over the place, right? They're not pushing for the spawns properly. And even if they get a break for a couple of seconds, it's like not helping because they don't have the spawn somehow never. So it really shows the experience that the players from Spain team have,
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's just one of those things. It's fundamentals of Call of Duty Mobile. You get operators, you kind of slam them in towards a hard point. You get the game to a point where it feels insurmountable for the opposition, and that might be where Romania are at the moment. They're not going to take a 3-for-1 trade inside the hard point. Pop's the only one to find any value whatsoever on the hill. Will light up blue. And now you're going to start to see Skinny go on a tear behind enemy lines. Daytel with 2 from the Predator missile as well. Spain pushing out of the hard point. Romania, absolutely no room to breathe whatsoever. Skinny on a spree. And there's not really much that Romania can do about that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was just looking at Cookie. I was like, he's not a good Cookie. He's just on 5 kills right now, and we are already in the going towards the 4th point, right? So Dayton is pushing from the back. As I said, the breaking is always happening, but they cannot hold it. You know, they do not have like that comp experience, I guess, like Dayton has for years, and the rest of the team. So it really shows even the way they push, the way they hold, where they sit. I think that is a big step in this round.
Right, well, Romania right now, they are down by 100 points and counting going into the second set. I think any hope for your team here, Diana, might well be in the gutter. At this point, it's not looking good, bruv. But look, there's always potential for a phenomenal comeback at this point. I think we're kind of just looking for maybe better operators. I mean, what are we looking for here for Romania in the second half? Maybe not getting slapped up at the prize places.
Yeah, do you want to adopt me? I can be like Team England or something. I don't know. Like, I at this point,
it's a good choice.
I will not say. But yeah, definitely, it's like neither the operators, like they don't even have the chance to get them. Right now, Adi, I think, and also Pops is on 2 digits, but it's like very different from the other team where Data is already on 32. So definitely, it's either they're getting like very, very killed all over the place. They are also feeding, and they are not holding properly the points, right? Maybe they never played against this team, or maybe they don't know their style. But definitely, it's something kind of terrible on my end, and I'm not biased, okay?
She's really trying. She's really trying, guys, not to be biased. There's no biases whatsoever. I mean, to be honest with you, we're just looking for something positive. This might be a hit from 80. Yep. Oh, and you're going to get to, unfortunately, not as snappy with the Annihilator as you would like. It will now pop in towards the next hard point we go. 1 by 1, Spain will slide through, and Romania, Hadley dealing with the moment. Spain not even able to get a look at the hard point. The smokes might well be down, but there isn't really the numbers to accommodate it. And now we're going to start to see that investment coming through behind enemy lines. Daytel, shreds through 2. Not going to flip the spawns just yet. Daytel's job far from done. And those couple of kills, that should do it. Daytel continuing the slaughter with the equalizers. Daytel, more kills for him. And Spain continue to slaughter through Romania.
Yeah, there's no way. They had a good break on that point, but nobody was holding anything. I think they weren't spawning properly, so that was very bad. I think they didn't work properly from the beginning, with all those spawns and everything, So right now it's already lost. I think it was lost from like P3. You already seen P2 setup from Spain, and it was just like, okay, maybe we will not get control. But maybe they are amazing at the SMD, we never know. But as of right now, they are getting beaten very badly. And I'm not biased.
She's really not biased, guys. Romania's getting beaten down here. Every single time that they've had any modicum of control over the hard point, it has slipped from their grasp. Spain, they are just 34 points away from victory. And obviously, Codcaster is glitched, by the way, guys. As an aside, you're probably well aware of the fact that they don't have 5 operators ready to go. That Chuso's brought out his War Machine. And the op kind of light up is still there. But this is what Spain did before, Kit. They got full ops across the board, and they completely dumped it into this hard point.
Yeah, and it seems like the Romanian team never gets a break, like they cannot push, like it feels like they don't push together, they don't have that unity, and right now this point maybe it's actually the last one, like there's no way we're gonna push towards a new hard point because Spain is all over the point, they have operators, and the Romanians just getting killed 1 by 1.
Well, just a few more seconds and this game will be done. I don't know if Romania are even going to get to look at the hard point, and they will not. 250 to 61 in game number 1. That is a performance, shall we say, from Spain. We'll take a look at the stats here in just a moment, but initial thoughts, Diana, after game number 1. Romania getting chucked around.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I wasn't really, like expecting something very big, right? But I was expecting to go over 150. I knew already that the, Spain players are very experimented, very good, and you can see like the difference between, tactics and how they approach everything. So I was having, doubts with Romanian team, with the Romanian team. But yeah, definitely they had struggling, they were struggling, they were deep in a pool, and
Hmm.
Data was there not helping them at all, and you can also see the kills, right? Data was just like slaying them, there was no room
Hmm.
to breathe, it was just Data everywhere. I think he was chasing them.
Yeah, I mean, it's so difficult. I think, just you look at. I guess I always talk about fundamentals of Call of Duty Mobile,
Yeah.
right? What makes a good Call of Duty Mobile team, and one of the biggest things that's unique to COD is the fact that you've got these operators, right? Those don't exist nowadays in mainline COD. You don't get those kind of abilities, those specialist weapons as they used to be known in mainline. And I think just frankly, every single time we saw an operator coming out from Team Romania, you did see those equals, you did see those Tempest. Didn't really do anything. There just wasn't anything to note from Team Romania whatsoever. On the opposite side, I mean, you saw multiple operator dumps coming out from Team Spain. You saw, I think, particularly Daytel with the equalizers, just really, really deadly. So, shout out to Team Spain. Their operator utilization was on point in game number 1, and that means they're going to take that one 250 to 61. Next up, then, we go to Fine Range Search and Destroy. Diana, this is where the snipers are coming into play.
Yes, I can't wait to see them, to be honest. I don't remember which player was sniping back then, but I'm looking forward to see them all. I know they are doing good. And after that, firing range, I cannot expect a control here right now, with all due respect towards Romanian team, right? But I feel like the tactics and the strategy that Team Spain has, it's way higher than, Team Romania.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, look, here's the good thing, I guess. In Search and Destroy, generally speaking, the kind of the best teams in the world, your Q9s, for example, the thing that really splits the difference between them and the rest is the fact that they've got a very deep kind of strategy playbook, right? That's really, generally speaking, not going to be here for some of these teams in an international competition where we've kind of made these almost pickup teams of, like, the best of the best from the regions. Now, I think Team Spain, unfortunately for Team Romania, kind of get the better of that discussion more often than not, solely because of the fact that they have a lot of players that have played together over the last couple of years. Like, we've talked about it, right? I mean, Team Spain are effectively Severity, Special Suicide Squad, whatever you want to call them. The good news here is that for Team Spain, they have a lot of kind of experience with one another, and that is definitely going to benefit them from Search and Destroy. So usually that would be the talking point here. Like, these are just teams that are kind of mishmashed together, effectively pickup squads. That's just not the case for Team Spain, and that does make things more difficult for Team Romania.
Oh yeah, definitely. But there is also a chance, Romanian can be this like very good S&D team.
Mm-hmm.
I used to play like years ago. I'm not gonna say how many, because then I'm gonna be old. They were playing a lot of S&D, and they were good at S&D. They were making scrims with S&D, but again, this was like a long time ago. So maybe they're better at S&D than at hardpoint or response in general. So maybe they're gonna surprise us. We never know. Maybe they have like some hidden talent sniper. They're like a little Romanian Marvel or something.
Romanian Marvel. Maybe they've got Romanian Marvel on the squad. Who knows, man? We're going to be looking at Indian Call of Duty Mobile in the next couple of years, and it'll be filled with Romanian players. Who knows, for sure. Listen, maybe after this, what they should do is they should sub one of the best Romanian players in the game into their team, okay? And I've heard they're pretty good at the game. I've heard that this Diana Kodem, I think they're pretty good at the game. So maybe that's what Team Romania should do here, is they should get a sub in, emergency sub. I can solo cast this one. Diana, off you go. Go get in.
Yes, I will. I can just take the whole team. I can just be a one man, 1v5. No worries. I think the Spain would let me. Most of them, they remember me. I will just say, please let me win. And then easy peasy.
There you go.
Get the
easy
money.
And then you can come back and you can cast the control. And you really want to cast the control. That's the strategy here. That's the playbook for sure. It's just get you in for game 2, force a game 3, then we can cast that one.
Yeah, perfectly. Sounds good. I'm really there for a control game, But also, we can also do this, like I win here with Romania, right? And then we go and I cast, you play England, and, you get killed.
Oh my god, I just saw the message in the chat. Okay, listen. Hold on. I have a Zoom feature somewhere here. I'm not going to do it because I think that might mess things up significantly. That being said, listen. Look into my eyes, okay, players. Stop using banned items. It's not difficult. It's really, really not difficult, okay? It's so undifficult to just not use something, okay? Now, I don't know what it was, okay? But Spain had been DQ'd for the first game. So Romania get the map win. Despite the fact that Spain ran through them, it don't matter. Because somebody on Spain used a man. I don't know why. Somebody did. Somebody did something. I don't understand why this is so difficult, okay? I don't get it. Help me understand. I need something.
So after this win, you know, I'm Romanian, by the way.
Yep.
Okay. No, I'm Romanian. So after this win, I'm Romanian.
Okay, love it.
Okay.
You love to see
Anyways,
it.
yeah. I think it's kind of clash with the whole good vibes that we like. Good vibes, the whole good commentary we said about like, and everything that we said about Team Spain, right? They have experience. They have all these players who played comp for so long. They did this, that, and now they come in with a banned item. Like, why? Like, why? That's disappointing. You know, every time you see this is disappointing. But well done, Team Romania. You have 1 point. Maybe we see a control. Like, now we see a control.
I'm so disappointed. I'm so incredibly disappointed. Okay, you guys had one job, just the one job. Don't. I'm so mad. I'm mad. Okay, I don't understand why this is so difficult. You know the amount of times in official competition that this has happened. It just so many times. It's just so like I remember like Team Mayhem or something back in like SPS season 5, I think it was, before Champs last year. Literally didn't qualify for Champs because they used a banned item. I remember that happening. Okay, stop doing this. It's so undifficult to do. Anyone remember Sam's? Anyone here watched CDM and Sam's pulled out like a freaking equals, I think it was, or like a claw at the same time as like another player on the team. Just don't do it. It's so undifficult to do. Listen, anyway, we're going to be getting game number 2 underway. The long and short of it is game number 1 has gone to Romania, so they're now 1-0 up, which means we are guaranteed to see a crossfire control. Exciting times.
Yeah, I feel like I win. I feel like I won right now, you know. Yes, that's exciting. You know, like I was like, but yeah, I'm looking forward to see the control because even if in this case, you know, like Team Spain win without any banned items, you know, we hope, right? Then we will get definitely a control anyways. Or Romania can just finish 2-0 and then we can just finish our casting as well, you know. We can just go for tonight, you know, at this point.
Who knows? Honestly, at this point, let's get another banned item in game number 2. Let's just do it. Let's just let you know. This time it should be Romania coming out, bringing out some super banned item or something like. Why not? Just why not at this point? So yeah, we'll be getting game number 2 underway here very shortly. We don't have all the players in the lobby, so I'm not entirely sure what's causing the delay here. That being said, I promise we will not be yapping for very much longer. There we go. We're waiting for admin. All the players are in the lobby. I will say, chat, you're behaving tonight, okay? Because normally, there's someone in the chat being like, "Oh, these guys are speaking Japanese," or some rubbish like that. Okay, no, that's not happening this season. I don't want to sing. Not today, and not at any point during the season. Any single person. I mean, I don't have the power to do this, so this is an empty threat, if I'm being perfectly honest. But every single person that ever says "yap" in the word "yap" in the chat while we're filling, come do this. Okay, come sit in this chair. Sit in this chair. Right here. I won't be sitting in the chair at the same time. But come sit in this chair and you start yapping, okay? That's what we do.
Exactly. You know, people do not understand that it's not our desire to yap 20 minutes, right, between games. It's actually to cover the players who are not getting ready, you know?
Exactly.
Because they decide to change their loadout 20 times before they start the game, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. See, this is what I needed an expert of casting. This is exactly why we brought Deanna in to the competition here, because we needed an expert in casting to just simply explain that we're not yapping for the fun of it, okay? We're just yapping to fill the game. But we don't need to yap anymore because Fire and Rain Search and Destroy is about to get underway, folks. Game number 2. So, Romania would have been 1-0 down were it not for the fact that there was a 35mm barrel used on the machine pistol from Moby. Freaking idiot. And we're now going to get into the game with Spain 1-0 down. Let's see if they can recover this game. They can see if they can get their mojo back, honestly.
Yeah, I hope. And right now, already the Romanians are pushing towards the B side, right? They're getting a couple of shots as well. We have a couple of good kills, but good trades as well. It's a 4v4 situation, and they are approaching slowly. Each kill has a trade, so right now we are staying pretty good. right? As far as I seen, they're positioning towards the B side, and I think Moby is pushing. Hopefully, not with a banned item this time.
Yeah, let's not use any banned items, all right, folks? We're in a 3v3 now. Romania looming over the bomb site. They have some modicum of control here, and they should know that Spain are knocking at the door here.
Oh yeah. But they have a little bit of good control, I think. But again, it's a 3v3 situation. Ooh, Blap is down by Kuban. But again, there is a trade. So that is good from them. You see something that... Oh, nice snipe. Will he get Moby as well? I think this is something that we didn't see in Hardpoint, you know, the trades that happening. I feel like everybody's covering everybody. And it's already a better strategy.
And down to 1v1 now. Addy was slightly tagged up here, 45 on the clock, really. So for Romania, they are the ones that technically have to make the move forward. And Moby, I don't know if he fully knows exactly where he's gone, but Eddie's going to look around the wrong corner at the wrong time. Now they're going to go head-to-head here, and Moby technically has the better weapon of the situation. The SMG will outpace the sniper rifle. And that is a 1v1. Romania, they take their time to get on the site, and Spain punish them.
Yeah, that was a good push from Romanian team and good setup, but I think they did not really continue it very well, right? They did not get the picks that they needed, and they actually got killed pretty fast. Right now, I think they do the same, pushing towards the B side, while Spain is on the A side. So right now, just Skinny is there, who is getting one kill, but he's getting traded again. Now, hopefully, we will not have snipers as last player standing, because earlier it did not really fit in our picture.
Oh, 80. Oh, okay, all right. You'll have to see it. Yeah, Romania just a little bit too slow. Again, it does feel a little bit like Romania kind of slow to actually get onto the site right now.
Yeah, it is indeed. They had a promising start, and after this free win, you know, you were expecting that they're gonna push and they're gonna get it, but I feel like maybe the strategy against Team Spain needs to be changed, you know. They are pushing once again a little bit slower towards the B side, but Skinny is already there, you know. It's not like they have the chance. We have Moby, who is going deep in their spawn, and that means that maybe they're gonna get killed pretty fast. Oh, look, first player on top. And no! Yes,
Brother,
look at this.
How many times? How many times are they going to do this before you guys turn around? This is the third round in a row where Spain have come behind. Third pause. Romania, 1v3. Not to be. Blab has been yabbed and he's done for the round. How many times are Spain going to flank through the middle of the map before Romania do something about it?
Yeah, I think I need to teach you some Romanian. Maybe tell them in Romanian. Maybe they're gonna understand to change. But yeah, definitely. I don't know why they push 3 times the same B side when they see that they are not able to control it, right? Go to A, get the control, get some peaks, play some peaks, because it's very easy. You have good snipers, right? Seems promising, especially Adi, right? They got 5 kills already. So I don't understand why they were pushing towards B. Now they don't have control of A either. So now they are in a loop, you know, like they don't have the chance to go towards B. A is already covered by the Spain team, so that's no bueno. Damn.
Yeah, that's no bueno as well, isn't it? Chuso takes Pop out of the round. Skinny for another flank now. That's Islam done. And, well, Adi's still in the round, so there's a chance here for Romania, but they're being pushed all the way back. And now Adi has to literally make water into wine. He is at a 1v5. First kill, good. Second kill, even better. No. Addy is sniping and snapping right now, but he switches to a melee. Slide out for the third kill. Whiffs it, but not to be. Cuban will take him down. If he doesn't get taken down with the sniper rifle, he probably would have died to the prize fighters. 1v5 died.
Yeah, but also, like, Romania, help Adi. Adi is the only one who is actually moving and doing something. And he's a sniper, you know, you would expect maybe him to be a little bit in the back, you know, get some picks. But no, he's there getting the kills for the team, while the SMGs and ARs are just, like, kind of dying. 3 kills for the Spain team. So right now, they're pushing once again towards the B side. I don't understand what's this, what's this push again. I feel like they're gonna just, like, get killed from the back like earlier. Look at Adi.
Oh, hold on. No, they seem to realize it. Adi's actually going to hit him up in order the second as well. The problem is the supporting cast around Ali and make a mistake at the moment. Adi is 100% the main character. They have all fallen, and now they're trying to humiliate him. They will lose another player in the process, but that is all they're going to lose. Humiliation for Romania as Spain. 5th round on the board. Adi just totally out of depth at the moment.
Yeah, and he's trying the best, like he has good shots. If he would have like the support from his team, like it would be maybe a little bit of a closer game. But right now, I smell a 7-0 so fast. We don't even think about OT, like what is OT in this matchup. But yeah, again, towards B, they push towards B, but they get killed trying, right? So somehow right now have a great positioning, but I feel like Kuban's gonna snipe them from the middle, and Moby as well backstabbing at that point. Oh,
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 hold on. For the first time, they actually managed to hold on to the site here. So a couple of kills already through from Romania.
oh.
Just get the bomb down. Guys, you have a 3v2. It was a 4 versus 2. Literally, all you have to do is get the bomb down, and then you can get Spain to come to you. It's really not a difficult equation to pull off here. This is so easy. Get the bomb down.
Yeah, or
Get the bomb down.
take Infinity in your team as a coach, something, because at this point you guys need a little bit of like I think map knowledge at this point, or like strategy, because they've been pushing the same point over and over, and there's like no good outcome. So it definitely shows that Spain really holds very good that point. So I think maybe a change of strategy right now would help.
Yeah.
The bomb is down, and this is the first time they plant the bomb or they touch the bomb. Adi got
Ooh.
Kuban. Okay. Maybe Chuso will clutch, or maybe not. He's getting shot. He's a good sniper, but I don't know. The position is just not very good. And wow.
Wow. Oh my god. Would you believe that if you get the bomb down when you have a man advantage, you force the players into the site, and then you win around? I actually can't believe it.
Yeah,
Shocking scenes from Romania here as they win around on the board. They do something totally different, and they actually manage to do something of note. Addy, of course, 13 kills at the moment as we switch sides here. Now Romania on the defense. Spain, they're going to be coming quick and fast. Oh, God, the quickest 2-piece you'll ever see. Even when the nade and the sniper kick things off. Daytel, the long-range HSO shot. That thing does it. And now you're in a 5v2, and Spain showing them how to get it done now. They've got site control. Big sniper in the middle of the map. It's going to be a trade just down to Cookie now, and it is rotten. Romania overwhelmed in the first round of the defense.
Oh yeah, there's not much to say about this. We could make a short out of it, but it would be even too short for a short because it was too fast. Like I don't know what to say, to be honest. I think the strategy is not strategizing tonight. I think they are not pushing correctly towards the space, and I think they should adapt a little bit faster when it comes to like strategy, because right now you've seen they got killed many times on the B side and they still pushed. So Daytal is already in their spawn. He's like chilling. He got killed, but he got also killed. So the only person on Romanian team is actually Adi, so who is doing something. So he really needs his team to pattern up.
Yeah, Adi is just, he's solo carried. His back's got to be under some immense weight right now because that entire team is on his back. Stuso shoots Blab out of the round with quick venom. There goes Cookie. And while Adi's still on the board, so Romania definitely a chance in this round, despite the fact you're in a 2v3. But Spain, they have the bomb. They could choose to take it on the site, but just goes down in the middle of the map. And now I feel like in a 2v2, you kind of have to get that bomb over towards the site.
Oh yeah, definitely. Right now, Bob's getting another kill. Okay, it's a 2v1 situation, and we have Kuban who has a sniper, so there... not the read. That was amazing on Kuban's side. But yeah, it's a 1v1. It's Kuban versus Ari. Ari proved us that he is capable to do good, but right now the problem is that the bomb is in the middle. Maybe Ari has a good view. No, he doesn't, because he is on the A side, so it's all about this push, maybe. Oh, okay, that was a glitch. I was like, ghost? But yeah, it's gonna be an A push. Adi is not being able to snipe him, and damn, the read, that was good from Kuban's side.
I feel like there's only one way to go here, and he's going to be planting it for the side that, of course, Adi can't see. Best chance for the situation. Draw Adi in towards the site here in the 1v1. Long encounter. Cuban is backing all the way up, trying to play for the position. Adi is probably not going to check this under the site as well. This is a very specific position. Adi, you can see with the new map, he is definitely keeping an eagle eye on it. He's seen him. Oh, Cuban with the snap will close out the search and destroy. One shot, one kill, and Cuban clutches things out for Team Spain. Romania, they look to have woken up in the closing embers of that search and destroy, but back to sleep they go.
Oh yeah, after that hype that, they got 1 point, I was like, damn, yes, SND, their game, and you see Adi is doing good, right? Was doing good. Maybe he would do even better if he would have like more support from his teammates, right? Maybe we'll see them next time doing better. But right now it was just like very painful to watch. It was very, like I don't feel it's like a comp game. I felt like it's a rank game right now. So
It felt
yeah.
like that. Yeah, it definitely felt like that for sure. It felt like watching an open finals matchup of some kind. NA Call of Duty Mobile is what it felt like there for a second. Looking over the scoreboard then, doesn't this tell a tale? Addy, 15-7. The amount of situations that he was left last alive in
Yep.
and actually snapping with the Tundra was looking pretty damn good. Of course, Cuban equally on the other side was also sniping his life off at 13-2. But yeah, I mean, you kind of said it in the middle of that game, right, Deanna? Just the fact that, Addy was constantly the last one left alive. He just needed help from his teammates.
Yeah, definitely. And on the other side, we have Kuban, Chuso, Datel, Moby, who also did good. But you can also see that Kuban and Chuso were kind of helping each other. Datel was there also to give some support. But on the other hand, it was just Adi all over the place. I kind of feel bad, because he had a good potential. The games looked better, would have looked better if they would be a little bit more faster at not predicting, but reading overall the other team.
Yeah, it's so difficult. Oh God, no way.
No.
No way. DQ, isn't that? No! What? Wait, hang on. I'm waiting for confirmation for this. Hold on. No way. They are. Sorry, I'm going full on. Look, listen. I'm going to be totally candid here, okay? This isn't COD-M champs. I don't have to hold the same level of professionalism that I normally do, okay? These guys are morons, okay? Like, genuinely, like, I don't even know how to describe this. If they were to take an IQ test, I'm pretty sure it would come back as, like, a failure. Like, I don't even know how you do this. 2 games in a row! Oh, I'm pretty sure that this is, we haven't even really clarified what's happened here. They have once again used a banned item. Not entirely sure what it was, if it was the exact same banned item, but they literally did it again. What are you doing, Spain? What? Why?
I don't understand this. Like, this is like a very not understandable move, right? You get DQ'd, because of a situation, because of a banned item you use, and then you come in the second game, you win again considerably, and then you get DQ'd again. Did Romania paid you off?
Bro, there's gotta be something here. There's got to be something. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. There has to be some kind of monetary payment here. Something's going on under the table, and it ain't nice. Okay, I don't understand how you do it not once but twice. Like, don't even change the attachment. Don't you think? Yeah, we'll change our class going to the game. Oh my, yeah. All right. Okay. Anyway, that's it. Romania, they won 2-0. Can't believe it. Romania are our winners of the first game. Don't actually watch the games because it won't make any freaking sense. So, Romania, they take it 2-0 over Spain because Spain are morons. We go into our next matchup very soon, though. Team Philippines versus Team England before we send it to a break. Quick thoughts on the next matchup? Any kind of quick ones here? Philippines versus England. Who do you got?
Well, I do not remember. Like, I never casted the team from Philippines, so I don't know. But I know some of the players from England, so I'm gonna go with the Beans team, right? I'm
The
not
Beans
biased,
team.
right?
The
I'm not
Beans team.
biased, but I'm looking forward to see both team play. Hopefully, we'll got a more action packed, like gameplay, like series, not like one like 250 to 40 or 7 to 2, and lots of DQs. Hopefully there is like no DQs. We used to say there's no EU without the DQ, and EU
Yeah, it's
lives
true.
up to it, to this motto, because it always happens. But yeah, overall I'm looking forward for the Beans team, right?
Mhm.
And how about you? Are you biased or not?
Oh, 100%. Let's go. Beans on Toast is coming, guys. Next game, we got Team England versus Team Philippines. It's going to be a beautiful time, and hopefully no one brings out any dumb equipment. We'll see you in a moment for that second matchup. Alrighty, folks, welcome back here to UCE Nations Cup, aka the tournament where we use banned items and expect to win games. Spain won, well, they won the first series of the day against Romania, and then they didn't win because twice in a row. I'm still mad about it. You know what? I thought I'd actually ejected all of my energy and my hatred for Spain. Evidently, I still had some left in the tank. They they won their first 2 matches, and then they lost them because they used a banned item. That's what happened between Spain and Romania. So Romania, 2-0 on the day. They take the first match. That's a great result for Romania, right?
How lucky you can be. Like, really? Like, guys, you should go and, try to put up some numbers, right? Because you guys are lucky. Like, I don't understand where, like, was Spain in this equation. Like, they were, like, playing, they were winning, they were doing good, and then they were not. Like, they were DQing. So it's still something that I can pass to it. I thought we are past this drama. I thought I
Nope.
get out of this drama of, like, you DQing, but I see, like, old habits never die.
Yep, exactly. Well, hopefully we don't get any silly DQs in the second series of the day, because this is promising, I think, to be just a little bit better. Let's start by talking about Team Philippines in the matchup between the Philippines and England. This is a couple of kind of players on this roster at the very least that you and I kind of talked about beforehand. Like, who do we recognize here? And I think at least initially, it's Shensei is actually the only one, because it was going to be Nell. I think Nell has actually kind of stepped out here for Laurent. I want to say is the pronunciation, but someone can tell me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But Shensei is one of those players that I've got a chance to cast previously. He played on Maven last season, but unfortunately did not win a map on that team. But they did technically get 2 map wins, but that was only by way of like a forfeit over, I think it was like Paradox or something to that effect. So yeah, not great performances in past events, but really I think that's the biggest player that I know on this Filipino roster. Anything for you here, Diana?
That's embarrassing, but no, I do not know any of them. I never had a chance to, cast any other teams than EU, and so I'm lacking in that side. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to get amazed by this player, so maybe we'll have a good matchup. But in the case of Philippines, yeah, I'm sorry, guys, I do not know you, but I might know you. Okay, I will.
Yeah, listen, we don't know them right now, but maybe we will after this matchup for sure. Philippines, of course, as I said, Shensei is the only one that I really kind of know. I'm excited to see what the rest of the roster is going to bring to the table. On the other hand, then, it's time for Team Beans on Toast, okay? There is no biasness from me. That being said, I am English, as you can tell from the accent, not Australian, as some might try to put out there into the esports sphere. It's not true. I don't live my life upside down. I am from England, and so are these boys. Kirby, Grizz, Mute, Fahim, and Axis. I thought Fahim was not on this roster. Evidently, he is on this team, and that really boosts this roster up. Deanna, you did get a chance to cast kind of Call of Duty Mobile, over the last few years. Grizz is one of those names that's kind of always been in the mix, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I remember him from playing with R9 on Summit and killing everybody to, like, winning MOBA Mayhem, winning all those kind of, like, big titles that we had beside the tournament. So yeah, definitely, who can forget Greece, right? So I'm very happy to see him. I'm just curious if all of them eat beans on toast for breakfast or not. If not, maybe don't know them.
Listen, we got to drop this, okay? Listen, beans on toast, it's a delicacy, okay? And that's going to boost them in this matter. It also does nasty things, okay? Like, I don't know, maybe the producers can kind of weigh on this, but it does nasty things for the bowels, okay? You eat beans on toast, it's going to come out the same way much later on during the day. Hopefully it doesn't for these guys, though. As we mentioned, you saw kind of Grizz on the team there. Big love to Kirby and Fahim, though. Those are a couple of players that have been playing together for a really long time, and they've kind of been around the grounds in kind of European Call of Duty Mobile. So I got a lot for those players. Mute, of course, also last season was playing on Troglodyte Tribe alongside Jimmy, who was on this roster, and they have played really well. They got to top 4 during the EACS 2025 championship. So a lot of, I think, love for this English team, but obviously I'm just trying not to be biased, okay? I'm trying not to give bias towards my beans on toast boys.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, I hope you're not biased, because I wasn't biased.
Alrighty, well, look, we'll try not to be biased here as we get in the game, folks. Again, worth saying, it'll be the exact same map set as previously. You've got Combine, you've got Firing Range, and then if we need it, if there's any stupid banned items being used here, we do have a crossfire control potentially down the line. So with that said, let's get into it, folks. It's time for a combine hardpoint, mixy as hell. I am really excited to see what the Philippines have got for us.
Yeah, me too, actually. I'm also very happy to see Chris playing again. I think he wasn't playing, or I didn't see him in champs, right? So right now, it kind of gives me, like, you know, the chance to revisit those good old games, right? And they are already starting very good. Nobody's on the point, everybody's killing each other. So right now, we have a couple of points on the side of Philippines who are working on their, you know, setup already from the beginning. So that's actually very good.
Yeah, for sure. Philippines already a couple of points on the board at the start of this game. England want to try and get some control over P1, and that is a full blue feed coming out from the Philippines here as they look to try and take up the time. Grizz will go in for a contest for the last 30 seconds, but Sashi will remove him from the hard point, and that's how the Philippines in for this time. And if you're England here, you've got to be careful about how much you push in towards this one, because you do not want to lose the spawns for P2.
I'm just curious, how is the ping, you know, which team has the better ping, you know, right now, because I feel like maybe the England team might have an advantage already, having a higher, like a lower ping than Philippines. So keeping it this close, it's very impressive on the side of Philippines, right? Because like they are keeping it close, they seem fine with the ping, so I'm looking forward to see the win, I guess.
Yeah, that is always an interesting thing, isn't it, with ping. I don't know if these are like players that are actually playing from the Philippines, because if they are, God, that ping would be like, yeah, ridiculous. I mean, like 200 or something to that effect. I don't know, honestly. But yeah, I'm not too sure if they're playing like from a European country, like Filipino players that just kind of live in the EU. I don't entirely know. Or Africa. Something maybe that production can tell us in the background, or admin, I think, more specifically. At the moment, though, England in control of this game. And England right now, they're looking pretty good. So you know what? Why don't we do something innovative that you've never seen before on this broadcast? We've got listening for you folks. Let's hear what England have to say as Grizz goes on a spree.
But that,
No, this one deep, this one deep, no, this
One deep, one deep, deep dead, deep dead.
Let's push out.
One P2 dead. Top P2 they're gonna be.
It'll be on you. Maybe on you.
Maybe. I'm pushing one.
Yep.
One's on you.
Yeah, one on you somewhere.
Have
Two
no
on you,
ammo.
two on you.
One's up.
One more, friend. One. Oh, it's not.
I need that, bro. Right corner. You got him.
Alrighty, well there is England. The comms are looking pretty hot right now. The gameplay is looking pretty hot as well here, Tiana. They are up right now. Philippines, though, in control of the next hard point.
Oh yeah, definitely. And while doing the listenings, we just see Greece killing them with the shotgun. You know, it's always so satisfying seeing HSO playing in, you know, like hardpoint, something that you would see in VR, and seeing Greece using shotgun, something that I've seen him use so many times before, is just like so satisfying because it brings back memories, right? And right now, what it also brings back, it's a good hold of this point, because look at this P, I think it's a P3, maybe I don't know, I forgot the P3s, right? But it seems like it's very well controlled by, you know, England, and also with having the operator also in his hand. It's just like, you know, there's no way they killed it.
Yeah, England's right now just about to break the 100-point barrier here. You cannot afford to lose this rotation, and Mute's brought the claw out to ascertain exactly that. More kills to his name, and England now not quite got the hammer down on this rotation just yet, but the Philippines, they look totally individual here. Janos, though, coming through with a couple of kills. Keeps Philippines in the conversation. Kirby now down for the count as well, and all of a sudden here, the Filipino wave is starting to go high. They're going to force a Predator missile out of Mute, and just as quickly as the Philippines give England some trouble, well, they are put right down.
Oh well, we just see, so they are Philippines players who are living in EU, so then there's no excuse of that being. So I think there's just their position that is like very bad right now in this game, and also England doing just very good. Again, we see these experienced people, right? Experienced players who play tournaments and so on. They already know how to move, where to stay, and how to control this point. You know, Kirby's already on the point. He's using operators, he's using score streaks, you know, everything that you need. And the point is always in their favor, so I feel like we're gonna see something like earlier, maybe 250 to 100.
Yeah, there's a potential, isn't there? It all looked so good at the start when the Philippines were holding England off, but I think England now have come through and the beans on toast are triumphant. 110 points to the good right now are England, and the kill feed will light up yellow once more. And now you start to get in towards a P1 that has been mixy in the past. The Philippines want to try and garner some kind of control of it. Moving forward on the map will be Sashi, or Sashi? Yeah, Sonic. Sashi, excuse me. Does get a couple of kills. I got confused between Sashi and Sonic there for a second. That is a blue over gunfights though here, Diana, that will immediately flip the spawns out. Philippines now in control of P1, and they have the spawns free too.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're holding very good, but I think you just caster curse them because nobody's on the point, so
Yeah.
that will be on you, you know. I feel like the bias is coming out. But Sonic is pushing very, very well, you know. He tried to engage and he tried to actually kill some people when it did happen, but right now that P1 is always like a pain to hold it. So what you can do is just like to work on your transition towards P2, right? And have the spawns early to be flawless.
England's 100 points now up. Philippines, they have a chance to come back in towards this game with one solid P2 hold. All they have to do is hold England at bay. England going to try to make that flank happen. Util already over the top. Double up investment coming out from England now as well. Grizz will find a couple kills with the value, and Laurent will come through and put a stop to that. There's 2 ops down. Only Axis now trying to make his way through the front. He's traded out of a Sparrow as well. So Philippines take 3-for-1 trade on operator value here. They are looking solid, but they still get broken through the front regardless. It's 3 now more from the Philippines here. More kills coming in their favor. England, though, again, they consistently get those trades out. The Philippines, just as quickly as they get kills, England, they have a response.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was a very nice hold, to be honest. Everybody was using their operators, but I feel like with this, again, feels like England hold it very good. Even if Philippines had a good start, you know, they were holding it for a bit, they had spawns for a bit, but I think it really just helped the England team to kill them more faster. Right now, Sonic got the double, damn Grizz and Axis, you don't even see him, you know, that's like boom. And again, still fighting on this couple of seconds on the point while pushing towards the next one where Grizz is already there with the shotgun, so I think that's gonna be hard to break.
Yeah, the setup is already starting to be in here for England. They're 110 points to the good now. They've still got a couple of ops left in the back pocket here. Kirby's going to have his War Machine in towards play, but it's going to really amount to naught at the moment. He's using it in kind of a very defensive fashion, and finally Kirby will go off for a couple of kills. He's immediately traded out, and that feels like kind of the story for England here as we look towards the front of this hard point. They are winning the fights. They are doing it scrappily, though, and they're not being indomitable with these operators. Philippines then have an opportunity to get towards a hard point, but even they can't do anything with the deck machine. England are finding the majority of these kills. Operator value really not that great from either of these two teams.
Oh yeah, definitely. And right now the point is once again in England's hand, right? You tried a little bit of a break, but it did not happen, and everybody's getting killed. You know, at this point, Philippines is really, really feeding them. You know, that's how you get the operators return. Get a couple of, you know, oh my god, look at those kills, look at those score streaks. At this point, you know, it's just like gonna be dropped all on top of them. So Mute is pushing with the Odin. We might get some points on Philippines right now from this point, but it seems like, again, you know, their position is not settled. You know, it's not something that we were expecting. I did not expect to not have this position set up.
Yeah, it's just the setups for Philippines have not been great for sure, and now you're starting to see more of that operator value coming out here. Finally, Axis going to find 3. Philippines able to make through the front of the card point, but almost immediately shut out. That's a yellow with a gunfight. Nade over the top from Laurent might well find a way in for Sashi, who does have the War Machine ready to go. I would bring that thing out, and unfortunately gets shut down before he can actually find any of those kills. Philippines, they are desperately trying to hold on here in this game. England just 10 points away from closing out this hard point. More kills now starting to come through as well. Philippines, can they get through? Well, actually, they're going to take the players out of the hard point here. England playing outside for a moment here. There's an opportunity for them to get back in.
Oh damn, that was a good hold and a good break from the Philippines, but look at like England, they have so many kills while, you know, Philippines are struggling right now. Besides Saki, who is on 35, all of them kind of struggled, maybe Sonic as well, but the game is actually over very, very fast, and they did not even get to 100 points though, so I was kind of right.
Yeah, I mean, you are right. Yeah, it's really tough, I think, for the Philippines there. They gave us such hope. out of the blocks, right? I mean, the start of the game was solid for the Philippines. You know, they managed to get basically vast majority of the control over P1. They look relatively good at breaking P2, and it looks like it was going to be a competitive game. But I think as we got further and further throughout, it looked like, you know, what really was, I think, scrappy fights across the board. It was Team England ultimately getting the majority control over it. Just looked a lot better there, I think, in terms of actually winning out the fights inside the hardpoint.
Yeah, definitely, of course. And as I was expecting, you know, Greece was just like all over the place, killing everybody, holding the points as well. We have some great OBJ time for most of them. You know, they did not went lower than 50 seconds, so that's impressive. On the other side, you know, we had some successful mini breaks by the side of Philippines, but it wasn't enough. You know, the setup from England, right? It was just too strong. It was the players were there where they needed to be. They were killing who they needed to kill, right? And overall, they were holding the point as well. So I think it was a pretty good setup on the side of England and Philippines. They were struggling, like they were struggling.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think actually looking at the kind of the time inside the hard point is kind of an interesting thing as well, because I think that's a good indicator of just how scrappy that game was for this team. You know, almost everybody in the hard point, everybody in the game, for Team England had almost a minute or more inside the hill. I think that's a good indicator again, the fact that everybody was inside the hill pretty much at all times, getting time for the roster, and a good indicator again of how scrappy that was. The good news, I suppose, if we do go to a crossfire control in this best of 3, is that the operators weren't perfect, I think, for Team England, right? Every single time we saw an operator coming out for Team England, it really only kind of brought a couple of kills to the roster, and then outside of that, it was really not much to speak of for Team England. So, yeah, Team England, they win game number 1. They do it in indomitable fashion, but it does feel like the door is open here for something special for Team Philippines.
Oh yeah, definitely. To be honest, I might say like there's a high chance we will not go to a control game after this hard point. You know, playing this well against like Philippines and this strong in this hard point just shows that there is a high chance we will not have. If there is not a DQ, hopefully maybe we'll just see a 2-0 again. But yeah, definitely, you know, it's very strong. Like we know the players, you know the players, right? So from the England side, it's like I don't know. It's just like poor Philippines. What can I say?
Yeah, look, there's going to be one of those teams in every group, right? I mean, you know, you go back to the groups. I think from yesterday, I think in particular, and Team Germany feel like maybe the team in Group A. You know, we're looking over here in Group B and Team England, and even I think Team Spain look pretty good. I think Team Spain versus Team England is going to be a really interesting matchup when that one comes to pass, which I assume will happen in week 2. All week 3. Like there is, I think, a really good team in at least every single group. So yeah, for sure. I think, you know, it's just tough. Sometimes you're going to have to go up against it. And well, I'm not too sure actually how many teams make it through. I'm going to assume, just like last season, it's 2 teams from each group make it through to the playoff bracket, which I think does make this match kind of important, right, for Team Philippines. If you're going to go up against it with Spain and England, you kind of need to take a win somewhere. I don't know which of the two I'd feel more comfortable, but you need a win. You need it kind of now. It's very easy to slip out of the group stages, and Philippines, they've got to get something going here in firing range.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's very important. And to be honest, seems like, again, the setup is very good for the side of England, even if we have our first kill. Oh, we started to push towards mid, you know, trailer maybe was not the best idea. I think he was also using like an SMG, so no more shotgun, right? It reminds me of the past, right? So it's a nice funny twist, right? They're pushing towards the B side, but we have a strong sniper, right? Let us see. Oh, never mind.
Wow.
Maybe I called it out. You know?
Yeah, I think you might have just cast them, Diana, mate. Philippines now losing numbers. Oh, God, it all looked so good, didn't it? And now it looks like rubbish. Laurent, 1 versus 3. Snaps on the water first.
Okay,
second.
That was a good one.
Through the crack. Potential here for Laurent to get one on the cross. Oh, just a little bit delayed on the shot. He's already made his position known now. And England, they can just react to this. They don't even need to go for the kill. They're just going to go get that bomb down.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think there's point to actually chase him because he gonna need to come and chase them soon. But I think in a good position from Laurent, maybe he can pick up Kirby because right now I feel like he has a good view, or maybe not. I thought he had a good view, right? So unfortunately he did not get it. It's already a 1v3 situation and it seems very tough. You know, it's like he will not have time and he needs to pick up at least one player before he's actually going to defuse.
Yeah, they were watching all of their entry points there. No chance for the Philippines. And it looked so good at the start of the round. They got things going with the opening bloods. Team England got overzealous and they were punished for it. But, I mean, just in the late rounds, Philippines, they got pulled apart. And now we look over towards England once again. Philippines trying to build the space here by pushing players in towards the trailer. So going to be a double stack from them. And, of course, they've got a sniper towards the back of Americans as well. So the setup is through. The first sniper is through as well. That's pretty good for the Philippines. But England, they're going to want to respond fast.
Oh yeah, and that smoke in the middle might help a little bit. Right now, all the players are trying to get back. We have some good setup on P1. We have trailer also guarded. Sunny gonna get some shots. Saki got the kill as well. That was a good read. We have a little bit of a push, but nobody is pushing towards either side. We have a couple of trades. Greece, Kirby got the trades there, right? And it's a 2v3 situation, and it's in favor of Philippines. So maybe this round might go towards them. Now it's just about their position and which team's gonna pick which team member's gonna pick first.
Listen, they are at a man disadvantage, but we have been here before. Literally in the last round, the Philippines had the numbers and they squandered them. I just don't know if they're going to be as silly this time around. They seem steadfast in their positioning. Mute is going to check every single point of ingress as well. Every single corner a player potentially be in. And if you're Sashi, don't peek this. If you're any of these players, do not peek this. Kirby will take a 1-for-1 trade. That's fine. You've now got Mute kind of caught up here down A long. He's looking for the kills. First looking pretty good. The trades are even better, though. That is beautiful team play for Philippines with a man advantage.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was such a good push, but also Mute had some good kills there, you know, like he was outnumbered and pushed in the same time. Very good strategy from the side of Philippines, but also some good shots from him. So right now, will this setup continue? Do you think Philippines gonna continue and pick up this game as well, this round as well?
Yeah, there's potential here for the Philippines. They've been pretty good at getting these opening advantages, and I think England do need to change things up just a little bit. That's exactly what they've done. This time, instead of looking for the opening gunfights, they're just going to try and get the bomb down. And now it's the Philippines coming to them like a bee to honey. The Philippines are on their way. Trades already going down. 4 versus 4 here on site with 30 on the clock.
Oh yeah, oh my god, Greece just got that kill. He was flashed, but he got the kill. Switch back to a shotgun. Oh my god, and it's a 3v2 situation. I don't think Philippines should push right now because they do not have the upper hand. Getting the bomb down, 15 seconds. Saki got access. Oh my god, oh, Greece got the kill. And the trades are in. Is a 1v1 situation. Greece is outside. He will not push. There's a smoke too, and I don't think there's time.
Oh my god. That was so... honestly, I thought Grizz going out of the open there might well have been the end. I think there was time. There was 5 seconds on the board there. It only takes, what, 4 for the defuse? So there was 100% time if he would have got that kill against Grizz. Grizz, we're lucky he had a shotgun in hand, right? I think that's the key thing for us there. Lucky that Grizz has a shotgun in hand. If he doesn't, there's a chance for the Philippines to win that fight, and that's a round for them. And now Grizz getting punished for his aggression early on towards this round as well. Another kill down here for the Philippines. Another kill for Sashi, who gets yet another snipe in this round. England back to base you go. And another one for Sashi. What is going on? Sashi is sniping through England.
Oh damn, I think at this point, you know, England was like very, you know, strong. They were like, let's push the same way. But I think Philippines just like, you know, changed their strategies, and the position of Saki there was just so crucial. Like, he got so many players, he got so many picks, and overall he kind of saved the round, you know.
Defend the objectives. They have the bomb.
Yeah, but just phenomenal sniping from Sashi. He's definitely been the MVP for the Philippines so far, although this round, snipe's not quite there. I wouldn't peek him at this point, to be honest. I know he's a big player to take off the board, but I definitely wouldn't even give Sashi a look. That's a beautiful nade off the start, though, from Mute, and now that will open things up for England. It might even split the defense for the Philippines. Those players at the back of the site, you have a lot to do.
Oh yeah, Shinsei is trying to push also towards the B side, but right now B seems like full of England. Janus get 1 kill, Chris is down, Kirby is down, Mute is coming from the back. Get the trade that we need is a 2v3 situation, and once again, you know, England has an upper hand. Oh my god, beat the players, but the, you know, like the trade is happening, everything is happening then, but you know, like England got it as well. That was a good B push. However, they lost kind of like, they lost like 2 players in that push, England, right? So it was still good. The outcome was good.
Destroy the objective.
Yeah, really good round there from England. Didn't have to deal with Sashi much in that round as well. He feels like the kind of the key to these rounds for the Philippines. Oh, God. He gets a hit marker. I think it was like a car or something like that because another players are weak for it. But Kirby goes down regardless. The information passed her on. He will immediately act on it. This is an aggressive round for the Philippines. They're pushed all the way up behind enemy lines. Axis will not necessarily be ready for it. And Janos gets the easy peasy kill. But this should be an easy trade. Now it's down to Sashi for the 1v2.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's so interesting how it's always 1v2, 2v3, you know. So somehow the England players always stick together and they stick to their strategy and they don't die. Right now, Sashi, proved us that he can take them out, right? But I think the bomb being planted already, it's gonna make it very very hard, especially with the stun. You know, maybe he gonna get one player, but I feel like the trade's gonna be there, and because of the positioning of Mute and Grease, there's no way he gonna clutch.
Last man standing.
Oh, Sashi. This would be for the 1v2. He's already weak, though. 19 seconds on the clock. Has to take time for the regen. Grizz, technically speaking, doesn't need to make any egregious pushes here in this moment. Sashi is the one that needs to go on a hunt. That slide out should give Grizz exactly the idea as to where Sashi is, but the kill goes through. Is there time? No, he gets stuck on the thing. Is there enough time? Does he have time for the defuse?
No.
He's picked it up. No, he does not. He picked it up at 3 seconds. And that little stumble on the jump up, that is the thing that costs him.
Yeah, I thought I casted Curse again. I was like, should I shut up? You know?
Destroy the objective. We got the
But yeah,
bomb.
definitely. Very unfortunate with the jump. You know, sometimes it happens. Sometimes the game steals from you. And right now, the push is already made through mid. Okay, that's something new, right? We have Sashi who is getting some shots. Sensei gets also mute. So those are important players. It's a 1v3 situation, and I think it's the first time we actually see this scenario playing in this S&D, where Philippines have the upper hand with the players and England are almost all dead.
Oh
Damn.
my god. Dude, the Tundra. Oh, the Tundra. Oh god, they did have the man advantage. Now it's gone. 1v1. Long range shots with the VMP will close out the round, and I really thought we were going to see a masterclass with the Tundra. That is a very different look, though, from the Philippines at the start of this round. It was aggressive through the trailer to get the bomb down on towards A, and they did exactly that. That is exactly how you want to respond to England. It feels like these guys, their search and destroy, significantly better than the hard point.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's such an improvement. I feel like even in the strategy, in the way of pushing and the way of like trading out the players, you know, like they are more focused to the at S&D than in hardpoint, or maybe they're like Combine is not their map. You know, we can say that as well. I don't like Combine either. But yeah, right now once again we have an advantage on England side. And the bomb is not really pushed anywhere. They are all trying to pick some players before we don't get another player. It's a 5v3 situation, make it 4v3, so it's still doable on both sides, but the bomb is still in the air, quote unquote, like nobody's pushing with it.
We're now down to a 2v3 here for the Philippines. What worked so well for them previously was the fact that they had that man advantage. Now that has gone alright. England are split up, though, here in this situation. They are in a 3 versus 2, but this would effectively be multiple 2v1s. Sashi's just spotted out a potential victim. Do not challenge. Doesn't matter. There goes Fahim, down for the count, and now it comes down to a 2v2. And the Philippines, they've got free reign here to just get this bomb down everyone.
Oh yeah, definitely. Again, it's a 2v2 situation, something we might lean. Oh my god, Axis, that was nasty. Don't do that. Don't do it like that, you know. Just give them a break. But Sashi is in a very good position. He might get the bomb, but I feel like Axis is gonna headshot him the moment he breathes beside it. And I was right.
There you go.
It's not over yet.
She does know what she's talking about, folks. Diana calls it perfectly. England for the 1v1 will close things out. Axis has been on one. You know, I don't think I've seen a performance like this from Axis in quite some time. He's always been a player that's kind of been around the block in European Call of Duty Mobile. I wouldn't say has been a standout player, though, for the various rosters that he's played for. So, good performance from him. Really making a name for himself here. Opening nade looking pretty good. Aggression from England here. They want to get themselves on match point, and, well, they are doing it on the prowl. There we go. Sanex in the next round. Grizz trying to turn and burn on towards Sashi, and will do it just down to last player, and it's going to be the team shots to get it done. England are done messing about. They are now on match point.
Oh damn, that was so fast. Like that was really fast. I'm here for all these fast, very strong rounds, right? Because it's always like so nice to see the
The enemy has the
players
bomb.
pushing so hard. And right now we see once again England going towards the B side. Maybe it's gonna be like not a backstab, a front step at this point, because look at them. Like they got four players from the Philippines, and I think we can call it over already because I don't think Jainos, I don't know, Jainos, I don't know. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name, but yeah. Oh,
Oh.
okay, Axis was was checking the weather, I guess, around there. He got one more pick, but damn, you got
Lost that round, but it's not over yet.
damn.
Yep, that's going to be it. No 1v4 for Janos. He is denied. And, well, the Philippines, they come out swinging on their offensive efforts, and they are immediately put down after that first round victory. Congratulations to England. They win 2-0 in this series. Of course, we'll take a pause for a second to make sure that there wasn't any nonsense banned items used, and we aren't going to be seeing a crossfire control, because at this point, who freaking knows? But yeah, I mean, shout out to England because they performed really well on that one. I also want to give the Philippines a lot of love though, because they seem to have I'd say a variety in strategies. I know that Stashi, I think in particular, had a phenomenal first half of that game for sure. I think he finished the half on like 9 kills, I want to say, or something to that effect. But still, like, the Philippines, they seem to have an answer for England in the first half at the very least. Like, they were being competitive throughout that firing range search and destroy.
Oh yeah, definitely. It really looked like they had a little bit of a momentum, right? But for some reason they got this momentum and then they didn't know how to continue. On the other hand, like the performance of England was consistent, so they just came and got all the kills and everything. It was very hard, I guess, for Philippines, to actually play against them. And also I'm not sure if like they actually play against each other in this format, because I know there are many teams in the EU and they play with each other and so on. But I don't know if they are playing in this format. Maybe we'll see better strategies coming from next week when everybody played against everybody.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of learning, I think, to be done for both rosters for sure. But yeah, I mean, I think if someone in chat was basically saying that England is effectively the kind of the vanquished roster, more or less. So that's something I think to keep note of this roster. I mean, I know that there were players playing together previously, like Kirby, Fahim, and Axis, for example. So yeah, there is a lot, I think, of chemistry between all the players on these teams. With that said, then I believe that's going to be it for tonight's games. Team England, they take it 2-0 over the Philippines, and then earlier on we had the absolute crazy games of Romania taking it 2-0 over Spain. We don't need to be talking about anything else, to be honest. That is totally the scoreline, and there was nothing deeper in it.
Yeah, that was that was a funny outcome, right? I was not expecting, playing so good and then losing at some little thing, right? But also, like, paying attention to our rules, it's very important. That means that you really care about the tournament overall, right? Or everything in life. If you check everything, it is like that. But yeah, overall the Romanian versus Spain game was fun, right? We see them struggle, but we see them win, and I think Spain got the record being DQ'd for the same thing 2 times, one after each other. I think that should be notable. Like, can we do like a prize, not prize, but like a reward type of thing, like we write it and we sign it. I think it would be very fun, like a postcard or something, because that's funny.
Yeah, congratulations, you guys are the dumbest team. That's what I would write on the postcard.
Oh my god, that's savage. But yeah, that was funny to watch, and also it was very nice to watch a little bit of competitive games. Philippines versus England, but it was satisfying to rewatch the players that I used to cast, and seeing that they are doing better, than before.
Yeah. Well, it was really nice having you here, Diana. It's been awesome to see you get back into COD Mobile, and I can't wait to see more of you over the next few weeks.
Yes, and I'm so happy to be casting with you. Oh my god, the first time casting in 2 years, I did with you. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's like such a pleasure, like I'm honored, actually. No, for real. Now, I used to watch, before champs. I was like, oh my god, look at them. They're casting so cool. Oh my god, I want to cast with them.
It's not that cool, I promise. We're not that cool, I promise. Well, listen, it was really cool casting with you. Really appreciate you kind of giving up your time. Shout out to production as well for giving up their time to be part of this awesome broadcast. And, of course, shout out to you guys at home for watching these games. Stick around here on the Atlas YouTube channel, because on Thursday we'll be back with more action for UCE Nations Cup. Of course, this was Group B. Yesterday we had Group A, and on Thursday we'll be resuming the action here for the UCE Nations Cup with Group C. So you guys aren't going to want to miss it. It's going to be awesome. Deanna's going to be back for that alongside Zep, and of course our awesome team here at Atlas for production. So that is UCE, as always, putting on this entire competition. We'll see you on Thursday for more action here from Europe and Africa in Call of Duty Mobile.
Bye.